guys, and welcome back. How are you all doing today? It is Master Flash, and this is F1 2019. So, we are in the last dying embers of Q3. As you can see on the time in the right hand corner, my best lap so far was a 1:31.321. So, that was just enough for first. However, I was 7/1000ths in front of Hamilton. That wasn't going to be good enough because he was putting in about 2 tenths quicker than me, and I just had a feeling that I had to go again. So lo and behold, I went again and managed, just like last time, to put out a lap that I never thought I could. So 1:30.7. However, Hamilton didn't improve his time, and I smashed it. Absolutely smashed it indeed. But lo and behold me, COTA seemed to have been a Grand Prix full of penalties. And when I mean penalties, I've been waiting all season for my teammate to take a penalty. Not that I wish anything upon them, but now that the title is done, it's typical that the prayers were answered. Hamilton's got a penalty, Weber's got a penalty, everybody pretty much. Not everybody, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but yeah, here comes the penalties, which is bizarre. I'd have thought that you'd take the hit early on in the season, but as I said, I don't know if it's wear or if it's a breakdown issue, but Hamilton's taken a penalty, which meant that this Grand Prix had somebody else on the podium other than myself, Hamilton, and Lucas Weber, which was nice. But fortunately, with Hamilton being so far back on the grid, it left a little of a fight for myself. If you guys have been following this career mode, you'll know that the Mercedes is the best car on track, and we were about a full second in front of Red Bull, meaning that my only challenger really is Hamilton.
Okay, you can brake late into one because of the incline. It's a slow corner though, so make sure you stay out of trouble. Good luck.
Which just meant that, yeah, I could just get away. Which meant it was a pretty uneventful Grand Prix, which I love COTA, I really do, in the Circuit of the Americas. Just being able to get in the car, drive, and just foot down flat out, love it, really, really do. However, I was hoping for a bit of a battle with my teammate, especially with me being so poor in qualifying, well, until the end. It's strange because I seem to do really poor throughout qualifying until the actual last, and then I managed to find a lap from somewhere that I didn't even know myself that I could put in, which is totally bizarre. Because I mean, if I could do that straight off, I could just sit back, relax, while everybody else tried to put a lap in like that. But how strange, just like my starts as well, being so poor with them. But just waiting for the formation lap now, taking it down at the long DRS straight, just waiting for everybody else to catch up. Could have done with Hamilton taking a penalty in Spa, not linking COTA, but hey ho, the title is won, and as good old Anthony Davidson said, you could just relax, take it easy, and see what becomes of the race. There is one thing into turn one just annoyed me a little bit. But you shall see coming up. Here we are, coming around the back of the last turn, just lining up, waiting for the grid to do its thing. It's nice to see McLaren on P3. Well, obviously it would have been P4 if Hamilton didn't have a penalty. But McLaren are third in the R&D stage, which is crazy. Ferrari now down to 6th. They just haven't upgraded their car at all this season, which is really, really bizarre. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I didn't have a bad start. I really did not have a bad start. So look at this, right? Vettel takes it in front. As you can see, I've got the inside line. He turns in on me, loses part of his front wing. Who's at the fault there? Is that my fault, or is that Vettel's fault? But never mind. I got a warning for a collision with Vettel. Then I had a track limits warning in the 3rd lap, and then for the 12th, no, maybe the 11th lap, I had another track limits warning. I had a 3-second stop, 3-second penalty. So if a car turns in on you when you have the inside line, how is that your fault? Which is crazy to me. It really is bizarre, but I suppose that is the ruling, and I have to take the 3-second penalty on the chin. However, if Hamilton had been a lot closer to me, that could have cost me dearly. But guys, I really hope you are all well. Really hope you enjoyed the circuit of the Americas Grand Prix. It's delighted driving it, and I shall catch you in the next one.
The gap behind us is 0.9 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 1 lap old. We think they've got 1 more stop. The time last lap was a 1:37.0. Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Leading the pack, P1, Ricciardo is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 3.1 seconds. They're on old softs. You have 4 laps till your pit window opens. 12 laps to go. behind is 5.0 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 37.1. Update for you. Everything's looking nice and tidy on our end. Let us know if you start to feel any issues. You only have to stop once now. 1 stop left. Your pit window opens next lap. In this lap, push now. Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap. was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. First position, front of the pack. Grosjean is behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 8.2 seconds. They're on old softs. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 6 laps to go. Leading the pack, P1. That's Lewis behind. The gap behind us is 18.3 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Just 3 laps to go now. 3 laps. We've been awarded a time penalty. We'll go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Lewis is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 16.9 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 3 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:36.3. This is your final lap of the race. Awesome driving today. That's 4 race wins in a row.
That that's it for another Grand Prix and a fantastic win for Mercedes. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
Well, I know it's a bit of a boring answer, but the truth is they simply had the best speed package on the day, and a driver who knows how to take advantage of that. It doesn't matter how much time you spend poring over the stats and planning strategies if you can't keep the pace, and our winner today showed they could do both.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
Well, for me, it's got to be Lewis Hamilton. The multiple world champion may be the boring choice at this point, but you can't argue that he's a driver deserving of his reputation.
It's another clear win for Mercedes as they managed to secure the Constructors' title. An incredible performance for the whole team. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.